Well, guys, here we are. Looks like you only got one load. That only looks like one load to me.
Yeah, that might be two.
I don't think so. I think it's just one. It sounded to me like you had... Man, it's dry up here, though. It's dry here.
Somebody went up it.
Oh, I think the customer came here this weekend. I'll blade this down, get it. Get her in there so we can get up there a little further. He said he couldn't make it up here. It must have been a lot slicker this morning. Probably.
Got track marks in our smooth driveway. Well, hopefully they'll be covered with rock by the end of the day. Oh no, it drained out. This is good base. Left up a tombstone. That don't belong there. Guys, when we get this done, it'll be It could be used as a landing strip. It's going to be a nice, tight driveway. Guys, he really tricked me here. I mean, he's got this leveled out and everything, and then he just kind of took off up to the top. I thought for sure he would I mean, stay on it for a little longer, but I guess that's all he really needs. That guy can back up here, and heck, that's one load. That guy really only needs about, or what we got done, if he could pack it out like that and spread it out, probably two more. Three would be overdoing it, but you know, that's how we do. Check this rock out. This thing is huge. I would stand it up and freaking put my, well, I'd put black sheep on it, but whatever this guy's wants to name his property, you know, like on what is it, Mexico Life or whatever, the houses are always named. I'd put a big brand on that rock and put it down here by the street just so people knew who I was. Well, I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Here he comes, the lone wolf.
Got the key turned forward on that, letting the glow plugs warm up. Do the same to this one. Woo! Man. Oh, nothing about this weather I like, the coldness. Oh, when it's this cold, I like for this equipment to be in a nice heated shop. Whew. That's one good thing about the skid loader. I had that in the shop and the truck. I always keep the truck in the shop in case I have to, well, when I have to go, it's all warm. It's not a big cold start and everything, and the interior's nice and warm. Woo! This stuff's frozen. I want to get this thing knocked out. We're supposed to get a drencher Friday, so I want to get this knocked out so we're done with this thing. I was trying to squeeze that septic in with a drencher Friday. I doubt it's gonna happen. Man, windy and cold. I should be in the machine all day today, so shouldn't be too hateful. When it's 19 degrees out, guys, you gotta keep your drinks cold. I always put them underneath the wiper. That keeps them good and cold. Woo! I can't even hold the sucker. Woo! Let's get right with it. If I can, man, thing's so cold it chapped my hands. Switched it up today, a little Juneberry. Ooh, that's just how I remember it. Nice and tasty. Golly, let's get in the machine. Definitely heated seats for the win this time of year. Whew. I'm telling you, that thing's so cold from being under that window or under the wiper, I can't even hold it. Let's put the ramps up so they can see my flashers at least. At least when you're working out here in the country, people ain't idiots like they are in the city, like everything's a major hurry. They're actually courteous out here. That's why I like to just stay out here in the country where I belong. I mean, I do get city jobs, but I've really weaned them out. When I first started, I was pretty much doing whatever I could to survive. Now I'm to the point I just do what I want and enjoy. I switched it up a little bit today. I called my logo guy. He's changing my logo up. I'm having Orschell excavating and land clearing. I just don't think people associate land clearing anymore with excavating, with all the FECON stuff going on, which I think that's the way I'm going this spring, guys. Stay tuned. So on that night, you should, on that note, see my flashes up there. On that note, you guys should like and subscribe so you can keep up with me. See what I got. Well, I tell you, I think it was just last night where it got this cold, and man, this stuff is frozen. See, it's gonna start thawing out and getting nasty. Woo! I know it's a little more work moving this with this, but at least it keeps me moving. He was able to haul for 2 or 3 days when it was raining. So look at that, frozen. And it's only been, I don't think it was real cold. Well, it was cold, but it wasn't this cold yesterday. It's kind of nice, it's frozen. It keeps this stuff already put down getting all messed up. And I tell you, working here, you're just working right into the sun. Like Johnny Cash says, we'll get it one piece at a time. We're gonna do it one scoop at a time. So look at that big stuff there. Tell me that ain't better than a normal road base. That'll hold them trucks up. And I'll tell you what, I put this stuff in, it's probably 8 to 10 inches in some spots. This thing ain't going nowhere. Look at that big guy. I'll back up the hill, keep the sun out of my eyes. Then I won't have to turn either. I have to move the equipment back there once it warms up, because I've been known to back into things before. I was doing a job one time and full speed backing up and backed into my dump truck, my little single axle Freightliner when I had it. Then I was backing this thing up one time. Oh yeah, backing this up and backed into my Mini, put a dent in the back of it. Here's a perfect example why I like this stuff, guys. Look at them big flat rocks. That laying on the bottom, look how much more weight that's gonna distribute than just that lime, you know what I mean? Pushing down through. Got the dozer just full blast heat, let it warm up. Freaking tracks were stuck to the ground. A buddy of mine was doing a pipeline job or whatever, and he was working the cold, and he said he had a dozer in, and he went to move it, and the blade was froze to the ground and broke the blade in half. Well, it was a John Deere, that probably tells you why. Let's jump on the dozer and we'll knock that down, smooth it out so it ain't such a rough ride. section of the driveway here chiseled out. Let's go here and clean it up with the skid loader. That makes a lot quicker work than trying to keep grabbing these windrows. Man, I tell you what would be nice, guys. I'd like to get one of them small little off-road trucks. Not the big ones, but the littler one. Be handy on jobs like this. Now pull our edges back in here. Big dog. You think that'll distribute the weight? Make sure we get him flat on the ground. Well guys, here's where we're at. I didn't bore you with back and forth, just buckets and buckets. Finally got it done though. Starting to thaw out now. So now I'm gonna jump on the dozer, start blading her around. But what I did when I was coming up, I would blade half of it out so it's smooth, and then I'd run it over with the skid loader with the bucket of rock in it. So I got all my edges pulled back. We probably use a load and a half down here just to thicken it up a little bit more, but that ain't gonna hurt nothing at all. Let's jump on a dozer and start making her look like something. Then we'll get up there and start cutting that out so we can get more hauled tomorrow. Then I got the hammer. Gonna be hauling with my truck, road base, start topping this stuff with road base, and go from there. I'll tell you, if the concrete trucks, after I get done with this, sink down through this time of year, there's definitely some problems, because that's 6 to 10 inches thick in some spots. Way to work this stuff's just slow and steady. Just, you can't really get in a hurry because you can't really grade it that good, so you just kind of go slow and push it around and crunch it up and back drag it here and there. It's hard to grade these big rocks, I guess. I mean, just do the best you can and, like I said, crunch it up and then back blade it. Big thing is the grouser's just crunching it up, smashing it. Smashing it up. He gets the stuff out of his creek. He's got a mining permit. I've had car parts in here I've seen before where he's probably dug out some cars and washed down the creek. Never know what you'll find. Well, we got that all smashed in. I'll tell you what, somebody's burning something. You always got to be aware of your smells. Like, is the dozer on fire? Is the truck on fire? I don't see any smoke from the houses around. It's like when you're driving a dump truck, I notice every different sound, smell, vibration. Pretty good. Nice to see how it's built up now. Kind of took that dip out. We probably use another load or so here. And he wanted it real wide. Yeah, looking good. Well, guys, here's where we're at. Look how that laid in there after you pack it down. You need to pull that back a little bit. I don't really have much more to do today. I got to get this pile of topsoil back there, and I started to push it, but it's such a far push, it'll just be all over. And with this only 40 foot, I think it's a 40-foot right away, really ain't got nowhere to stack it off to the side. So we have to haul it back to the back there where we're doing the others. So we'll do that in the morning. Get the dump truck here. Be a lot easier just loading a dump truck. And I think I'm going to grab the smooth bucket for the excavator and just kind of dig that on out and load it as I do. And truck it back there. Makes about the most sense. Only thing is, in the morning it's so frozen. I'll show you this down here. See what it looks like. Yeah, like I said, tomorrow we're gonna start hauling the brown road base for this. Start topping it off. Well, guys, that's it for today. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, nice and cold. See you guys then.